Here we are again, gang. Another day, another dollar, or, of course, if you're British like me, another pound. There we are. Another pound. Yes, indeed. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, the 25th of March 2020. Welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom Talk, boys and girls, and what looks like a very nice day once again out there. Can you see? Yeah, that it kind of, if the sun's really bright outside, it kind of whites out on the camera, I'm afraid. It's only when it's dim you can actually see the trees. Talking of dim, weren't many dim people around last night, were there? Beautiful day. Look, beautiful day out there. Not many dim people. Well, you surprised me last night. You surprised? We tried out our quiz last night, and I think it worked all right. I was quite pleased with the results of that last night, boys and girls. And I have to say, all of you, not a single person, I'm not referring to all of you here, not as thick as I thought you were. Well, I'm very, very impressed. Those of you that were with us for the quiz last night, thank you very much for playing. And a few people were at the beginning saying, oh, this is really hard. And then the scores started coming in, and they were very good. You know, most people got over half the questions right. Congratulations. Very impressive. Because I tell you what, I wouldn't have been one of those people that got half the questions last night. I am thick. I do not retain an immense amount of knowledge in my head at any one time, I'm afraid, boys and girls. It's in one ear and out the other. So there we are. Well done for playing the quiz last night. Thank you for playing the quiz last night. I think we were just over 2 hours playing that last night. We did 4 rounds altogether of about 15 questions each. So that kind of worked. It was about the same time as I used to take to do a quiz at several pubs, actually, in London. It was always about 2 hours, and we used to do 4 rounds, although there wasn't so many questions. So actually, last night's quiz moved quicker than it does normally in a pub. But it was great fun. I enjoyed doing it. And those of you that played last night, I hope you enjoyed playing as well, my darlings. All right. Didn't get out to go for a walk yesterday because I was waiting in to get a parcel collected so I don't have to go to the post office. That worked, although the amount of time you have to stay into wait for the parcel to be collected is quite long. They give you a time between 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. That's how long you have to wait in. Now, I would guess if I looked around, there's probably someone that would do it in a 2-hour time window or something like that. You'd probably have to pay a bit extra for that. But I was quite pleased with that. It wasn't as cheap as I thought it would be. However, for the sake of an extra £2, it means I don't have to go into the post office with the worry that someone might sneeze all over me. And that £2 may have saved my life, you know. So you don't know, do you? I'd rather pay a bit extra and have someone, they come and collect it. I didn't even have to open the door. So yesterday I got up about 7:30 in preparation for 8 o'clock. You know, I had my mobile phone with me up here, so when he rang the doorbell, I would have heard it. But yesterday, so I had my breakfast, done the show, and then what can I do now? So I actually went out in the garden. I have had a very large solar panel on the tree in the garden, which you may or may not have seen before if you've looked at some of my pictures, this whacking great solar panel on the tree. Now, that isn't the solar panel that provides some of the electricity for the house. This was a separate thing. When they come and put my solar panels up, which has got to be about 14 years ago now, believe it. I can't believe how quickly that's passed. I had scaffolding up and all that they were doing. When I had that done, I asked him if he had an old solar panel laying around that he didn't want or could sell to me cheaply, because I had a little bit of a DIY project going on, and I had a large. It wasn't a car battery. It was a what do they call it? A leisure battery, which is bigger than a car battery, sort of thing you'd have for a caravan or something else, you know, that you use this, when I say caravan, like a tow-around caravan. You'd have this extra battery to provide you with a little bit of power to run your television and things like that when you're not on the road. And so I had this, and he said, yeah, I think I can find one of those. And he brought it over, and he kindly put it up on a tree for me, kind of pointing towards the sun. And that used to charge, that would come down a pair of wires, right, and charge a leisure battery that I had in my sort of lean-to. And that would provide some of the lighting in the house. So that was off-grid. And the idea was, oh, well, if I ever have a power cut, I could still put the lights on and charge up perhaps a mobile phone and things like that. Well, of course, we don't really get power cuts. I can't remember. I think I've been here in this house about 25 years, and I think I've had one power cut in that time. One. In all that time. And one of the batteries wore out, I suppose, after 6 or 7 years, and I bought another. Oh, they're half heavy car batteries. Aren't they heavy things? Leisure batteries are even heavier because they're about a size and a half again. They're really heavy to carry. Anyway, so I replaced that one with another one, and again I got about 7, 8 years out of it, I suppose. And once again, that one died. And then when that one died, I thought, oh, well, to buy one of these batteries was about 110 quid. Not cheap. And I thought, well, are you doing anything with this? And I thought, no, I'm not. So I didn't replace the battery. That was a couple of years ago now that died. And it left the solar panel on the tree, which wasn't doing anything. Nothing you can do with it. It's just there. And I thought, for a while now, I've been wanting to take it down. And I did it yesterday. So I got out my ladder, climbed up the ladder. It wasn't that high up. It was, I suppose, about 8 foot above the tree. So a couple of more feet above your head, like that. So I got out my ladder, and it was all like bolts and those long screw things, So you got the tree like that, the panels like that, and he'd connected it with like a bolt here, and then that long thing, I don't know what that's called, a long screwy type thing goes through there all the way the width of the tree, and another metal bit that end, and another screwy thing on the end there. And I thought, oh, I'm going to have trouble getting these nuts off there. I bet they're rusted on. No, not at all. It was a bit of hard going at first, but I then oiled the screwy thing. I don't know what they're called. I have no idea what they're called. Thanks for your messages. I'll just come to those in a moment, boys and girls, okay? I oiled the screwy thing, left it a little while, and then those things came off fairly easy. Of course, there's always one that you can't get off, and every time I tried to undo the bolt, the screwy thing turned round as well. And I got a pair of pliers, tried to hold it with that. No, it was still turning. And eventually, I think I took off one of the others and literally pushed it off, and it fell to the ground. So a little job done yesterday. Took about 45 minutes for me to do that. Very pleased with myself, actually. Very pleased. But it has left these two things on the tree, which I didn't realise he's actually screwed into the tree. Now, those screws look like... I'm not sure that I'll be able to get those. On the other hand, do I need to? I don't think I need to, because I can use these two. So you've got the tree like that, and these two metal things going across like that. One, there, and one a couple of feet down there, which used to hold the solar panel like that. I could use those to hanging baskets on the side of the tree, couldn't I? So I think I'll leave them in situation and do a couple of hanging baskets when I get a while. I think I've got some baskets in the thing, and a few bits of earth, or I could take them from the front or something like that. But I'm quite pleased with myself. So that was my DIY job. Yes, Chris Reardon, DIY services. Anything you want doing, just ask me. Painting, anything like that. New roof. Perhaps you'd like me to come around and build an extension. Very good rates if you're a United Kingdom Talk viewer. I will give you a 5% discount and one of our exclusive Super Chat badges. There you go. If you need a new extension, come to me. Honest Chris will look after you, and it won't rip you off. All right? Had some lunch and then pottering about the house, and the man came and collected the parcel. It was about 5 o'clock, and I just kind of got my head down in my bed from my afternoon nap, and but I had the alarm, the doorbell on. And first of all, the thing rings, because whenever anyone ever passes in front of the camera, it makes a little noise. It goes, bling, 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 bling. You've heard it before on the show. And then I thought, oh, that'd be him. So I quickly jumped out of bed. And as I was getting out of bed, the doorbell rang. Okay, so I went down. By the time I'd gone down the stairs, there was a card in the door. The parcel had gone. I looked out the door, and there he was, sort of halfway down the path. I said, thanks very much, mate. And he just waved like that and carried on. So that's even great. That's fantastic. That was parcel collected by Hermes. Now, my brother-in-law's had a bit of trouble with Hermes, but I thought I'd give him a go. And that costs about £5.80 to send that. So that's all right, isn't it? And for that, you don't have to touch anyone or go in and queue in a post office. You know, I mean, the post office staff are great here. No comments. Well, they're actually newsagent staff. They've kind of got a little counter in there. A lot of newsagents have got that now, haven't they? Got a little counter. And you just go there and they deal with you. But you're among people. And Boris says we're not supposed to have contact with anyone as far as possible. So that's what I'm trying to do. And I'm over a week now, apart from going to the shop, which I'm trying not to do, although we got some delivery stories coming up in a moment for you on the show. All right. So that was a solar panel. Oh, I rang up the chemist this morning. Now, they've got a little item for me, just one of these things. One of those things. Now, I've got a couple in reserve, but it was time to order a new one, so I've ordered that. I tried to collect it, not yesterday, the day before. I walked down to the chemist. Honestly, there was a queue in there and lots of people milling around. I don't want to go near you lot. You know, probably none of them have got anything at all wrong with them. But you see, it just frightens me. Frightens me being among people at the moment. Boris said... I believe what Boris says. Keep your distance from people. And if you're in a queue in a chemist, you can't do that. So I just walked away. I and I thought, I'm going to try and get this delivered. And I rang up the chemist people down. She said, is there anyone that can collect this for you? A neighbour or someone like that? And I don't want to put anyone else at risk. And I'm like, well, no, I'm here on my own. My neighbours are also self-isolating. I've chosen to self-isolate, you see. As far as I know, I haven't got anything wrong. I've chosen to self-isolate from people. You may have done this. I know a few people that have done exactly the same thing. So I said, I'm afraid not. She said, well, we're ever so busy at the moment. She says, I can't get this to you before Friday. I said, well, that's okay. I said, I'm not short at the moment. Friday or next week if you want. She says, okay, I'll put it on the delivery thing for you. And I said, is there a charge for that? No charge, apparently. No charge. I don't mind giving them, £1 for a stamp. You just put it in a letterbox and post it through the thing. But no, that it has to go on the delivery van. Perhaps I think that's a regulation thing where you can't just post medicines in the post. There must be some sort of reason for that, I would imagine. So that's that. And another bit of good news I had yesterday. I had a call from the holiday people, Magic Breaks, who informed me that they're now ready to process my refund for the Euro Disney holiday. So quite pleased about that. Well, pleased and not pleased. Not pleased, of course, that this damn virus has stopped us all going and taken my lovely niece and her family. We would have had a wonderful time at Euro Disney just for 2 nights, 3 days, 2 nights. We would have had a wonderful time, but it was cancelled and the refund is now being processed, so that'd be quite nice for that to drop in my account within the next 7 days apparently. And I mentioned this company to you before, Magic Breaks, and it's not the first problem they've had, of course, because I went through Thomas Cook to book this holiday way back in September. Of course, they went down, so that was one problem, but they picked up the business and took over a certain amount of bookings with Euro Disney, and they were straight emailing people saying, yes, you've booked through Thomas Cook, don't worry, your holiday is safe, and we will be in contact in due course. And indeed they were. A couple of weeks later, you got an email saying that everything was fine, everything will go ahead exactly as you've ordered. So that was one thing. And then, of course, we had this damn virus thing. And once again, they dealt with it fantastically. As soon as Paris closed, right, they were sending out emails saying that you'll be getting an alternative date or a full refund, whatever's up to you. We will be in contact. Please bear with us. And I bared with them. I don't start pestering them with emails. There's too many people, they want something done now. Now, and they don't understand that they can't email the thousands of people that are due a refund within half an hour. People just don't get that. I mean, a lot of people, there's no patience. People don't have patience. I understand an organisation takes time. So I sat just quietly waiting. And I think it was last week or the week before I got the email saying about the refunds will be processed. Please bear with us. And yesterday I got the phone call. She took my details. Okay, up to 7 days, and you should see that drop in your account. Fantastic. So very, very good company to do holiday business with. Magic Breaks, okay? Magic Breaks, they're called. And they do all the Euro Disney and all that. All right. Okay, let's read some of your messages this morning, boys and girls. Good morning thank you very much to Adam the Plumber for a £4.99 super chat this morning. Thank you very much, Adam. Very kind of you there, sir. Get a little bit. I'm getting wages now doing this. I get wages doing this, almost, from you. You're paying my wages. You're paying my wages. Thank you very much, Adam the Plumber. Thank you very much. Good morning to George Bond, Adrian Richardson, Mick Davenport, Ray Reynolds in the house. Morning, Ray. Hello to Mark Bowles. Now, Mark, as you know, boys and girls, if it's someone's birthday and they are a live viewer, then you get preferential treatment. Preferential treatment for Mark Bowles this morning because it's little baby Mark's birthday, isn't it? You Gucci, Gucci, goo. Just a moment, Mark. All right, mate. Just for you, mate, all right? Dear Mark, happy birthday to you. Yeah. All right, Mark. Happy birthday to Mark Bowles this morning. Morning, Mark. Happy birthday to you. Hope you have a nice time, darling. You'll be in the general birthdays at the end as well, gang. But if you're with us live and it's your birthday, you always get preferential treatment. Oh, it's not fair that they get it and I don't. Well, you have to watch the show live then, don't you? And you'll get it too. Thank you very much. Morning to Sean Pye, Fran Green. Good morning, Rachel. Hello. There he is. Little pictures of his own birthday cake there as well. Hello to Michael Pullman. Good morning, Colin Kay. Gavin Bast in the house. Rachel is saying hello to everyone. Everyone is there. Morning. That's a good idea. Just say good morning, everyone. It'll save your little fingers typing away there. Morning to Liz Hargreaves. Hello, Liz, who shared the YouTube channel. Thank you, Liz. You're very kind, darling. The more the merrier. The more the merrier. How many millions of people watching today? 27 million people watched them this morning. So good morning to each and every one of you, all the way from Ireland. Nice to see you back, Liz. I know you haven't been there for a while. You've probably been busy, haven't you, my love? So welcome back to our little home of fun. Hello to Mark Jones. He's working hard, aren't you? Or has been working hard as one of our very hard-working care workers. There's a wonderful story today about the NHS. A really heartwarming story. It brought a tear to my glass eye this morning. I'll come to that in a moment, boys and girls. All right, hello to Mandy Davenport. Morning, Alan Wainwright. Colin Coates. Hello to you, Colin. There's Claire. Good morning, Claire. She did some of the quiz this morning. Very enjoyable. Yes, of course, the thing with the quiz, of course, is that you don't really have to be with us live. You know? Because there's no prize and there's nothing to claim or anything like that, there's no leaderboard or anything like that, it's just a bit of fun. And we're going to continue that on Tuesdays at 8 o'clock. That's brand new, okay? Tuesdays at 8 o'clock is our quiz night here on United Kingdom Talk. And you can join in the fun. It was great last night. We had about 45 people playing last night. I really enjoyed it. But Claire played it as a recording this morning. She played along. Can we have the rotating jacket back next time? Hilarious. Of course you can. I thought that was a good idea. My sixth form blazer hangs proudly there. I can actually just about get it on, but it won't go up round there. It won't go up, which is an improvement, Claire, because before I couldn't even get it over my fat arms. They're not fat, they're muscle. You ask LaBelle, that's muscle, darling. I don't think LaBelle's with us this morning. LaBelle's got some beautiful pictures of herself up. Have you seen them? That's stunning. When she does her makeup and all that hair, absolutely stunning. I don't think she's with us this morning. Have a little look if you know LaBelle. Have a look on my Facebook friends list. You'll find her on there. And have a look at her. Wonderful. She looks really good. Ellie Scott Shaw said, can she move in with you? Oh, I don't know. What, a lady? No, it's not really for me, darling. Nothing against women. Ow, just because you hate women. No, dear, I don't fancy women. The left always turn that one round, don't they? No, I don't really do women. Oh, you hate women? No, that's what you think in your sad, lonely, pathetic mind. Go away. Morning to Diane Jeb. Hello to you. Mark's on his way for his birthday treat. Good morning, Mari Lowe. Morning, Mari. What are you growing next? Says Liz. I don't know. Not hair. Not hair, as you can see. I'm thinking about getting a proper pair of hair clippers. Now, I had a pair before and I chucked them away. Can you believe that? What an idiot. It had a cord on it, it had a wire. Wasn't wireless or anything like that. And they weren't very dear. They're only about 10, 15 quid. Wahl, I think. W-A-H-L. But I never used them. So I chucked them away. Of course, now I need to use them. I've been using my beard trimmer for this, which I'm sort of fairly reasonably happy with. From Fran, remember social distancing. There we go. Remember social distancing. Very, very important. Really, really important. It absolutely is. Who else are we here? Tony King in the house. Good morning, Tony. Is that everyone yet? Have I mentioned everyone? Mr. Invisible. Jason Hughes is in the house. Good morning to Jason. He's here as well. Just texting in on the text-in number there. Good morning to Simon, Info Scuba Diving. Hello to you. Mark is surprised I went up a tree and did that. I could be hiding in a tree near your house, Mark. Be very careful. As you're walking underneath it, going for your one allowed exercise session in a day, I could be hiding up a tree or behind a tree. Have you ever hidden behind a tree? I'm watching. Daddy is watching. Daddy is watching. I do love my trees. I absolutely do. You're right about that. Mandy started the garden. One of those jobs you wish you'd never started. Oh, I know what you mean, Mandy. Oh, God, yes. Oh, God, yes. How many jobs do we do like that? Jobs that you think, I'm going to do that today. It's been waiting 10 years. And then you start it and you're thinking, should have just left it another 10 years. There's loads of jobs like that. Absolutely. Come and paint my son's bedroom. No, thank you, Rachel. I hate DIY, actually. I will only do DIY if I absolutely have to. I'm not good at it. I'm really not very good at it. Reardon, bodge it and dodge it. I think you're right, Alan, actually. Mick would rather get his 10-year-old grandson to do the painting. Very sensible, Mick. Adam, loving the extra shows and quiz. He missed it as the notification's not working. Oh, you're having trouble with that as well. You're not the only one. You're not the only one. We did do a little ask the other day in who's getting notifications, and loads of people said yes, but still some people are just not getting these notifications. And in my mind, if some people are getting them and others aren't, it can't be me. Do you see what I mean? I don't know if people are subscribed to perhaps the playlist rather than the actual channel, and I can't work it out. I can't advise you what perhaps you may be doing wrong. I'll tell you what. Let me see if I've put today's one on the play. Sometimes I forget to put it on the playlist. No, I haven't. Right, if I put that on the playlist now, click done, and then click save. See if anything happened. Don't do anything. Just see if it bleeps or something like that. Right? I'm going to save that now. There we go. So I've put that now on the United Kingdom Talk video playlist. See if that pops up now. It may well bleep now. I'd be interested to know if it does or doesn't, okay? So I've just done that now. You may get a little bit of a bleep at some point or whatever, okay? Facebook messages. I was going to mention Facebook messages. Oh, let me just read the rest of these. Sean, you can build me a new conservatory if you like, as long as you don't use a staple gun and gaffer tape. Gaffer tape fixes everything, Sean. Come on, Sean. You're a DIY man. You should know that. Gaffer tape fixes everything. I had a bit of a leak in one of my gutters some years ago. Up I went. I cleaned it first, so it was so stuff would stick to it. Give it a good clean. Right, waited till it was bone dry, so like middle of the summer. Okay, swept out all the stuff. Give it a good clean, and I stuck gaffer tape over the crack. Right, that is about 6 or 7 years ago. Still not leaking. Gaffer tape fixes everything. I'm sure I've seen them using it on Holby City as well, and Casualty. Oh, I watched Holby last night. That was exciting, weren't it, Mandy? Have you seen it yet? Holby City. Fantastic. Cameron's going to get done. Or I thought he was. And then he turned it all around, didn't he? Against the good-looking bloke, the black lad. What's his name? Can't remember his name. Really good-looking. Tall, a bit aggressive. He's a bit arrogant, isn't he? Loves himself a little bit much. We hate people like that, don't we? Absolutely hate people like that. People who love themselves too much. A very good morning to Dr. Gregorian. Good morning to you. Hello to Alan Wainwright. You're in Bracknell. I'm in Swansea. Is that far enough? No, please move further, Alan. Please move further away, if you don't mind. Thank you very much. Ellie is behind the tree. She loves trees. Mari Lowe, my lawn is soft and spongy after all the rain we've had. Got the lawnmower out yesterday. Yeah, I've done mine as well. I've done a little bit of grass cutting as well. So we're all doing that. Is there any way you're up to do a cookery show? No, I don't think I'd want to do a cookery show. Not really very good at those. Besides, you can't get the ingredients at the moment. Can't get the ingredients at the moment, I'm afraid. Liz is looking forward to all the things we can do now. Whatever this virus is under control. Yes, true. Prince Charles has got the coronavirus now. Has that been on the news, has it? Yes, lots of you saying that. Claire, Prince of Wales has it. Really? Oh, BBC News. Let's just have a quick... Oh, yes, here we go. His mild symptoms, but otherwise remains in good health. Okay, I wonder how long he's had that then. Gosh, well, that would be him meeting everyone, wouldn't it, I suppose? Gosh. Now, I think you would imagine... you would imagine perhaps a member of the royal family wouldn't get... I know it sounds stupid, wouldn't get something like that, but of course he meets everyone, doesn't he? So one wonders how long he's had that. In fact, one of my friends, I won't say who it was, she quite probably is sitting there on the side actually, but one of my friends was ill some time ago. As I say, I won't read who it was. Let me see if I can find the little message from her. No, I can't find it now. Can't find it now, but here we go. A few months ago, I had a raging sore throat, so much that it swelled up. I could hardly breathe, and the cough was horrendous, which also made it difficult to breathe. I had to use a ventilator, which helped. Now, when she says a ventilator, I'm not sure if she means she went to hospital, because she doesn't say that, and had one of those wonderful pipes and things whirring around on the wall somewhere, or whether she means that. I'm not quite sure what she means by that. But she came through it all right, and and that was months ago, and she wonders whether she had that. You know, as you know, I took a couple of days out a couple of weeks ago because I had no energy whatsoever and a little bit of aching, but that's all I had. So I don't know if we had it or didn't, really. I think we got kits coming out, haven't we? Self-testing kits or something that you should be able to get at some point there. Good. So Prince Charles, let's hope he just had it mildly there. It's just come up on the news now, so thank you for mentioning that, boys and girls. The royals are just as vulnerable as we are, if not more. Yeah, well, I should imagine so. I should imagine so with that going on there like that, wouldn't it, eh? Well, there we go. Righty-ho. As I say, yeah, Holby was great last night. Now, what was his name? Dr. Xavier. Is that his name? Dr. Duval. That's it. Dr. Duval. That's the one. Dr. Duval is the one. He's good looking. I've got to say he's good looking. If he operated on me, I know he's only an actor. I know that. People watch this stuff on the telly. They think it's real, you know. They think it's real. You know, there's a big difference between things on the telly that are just stories and documentaries, certain things on the telly. For example, Star Trek, that is a documentary. There are actual starships flying around out there in space at the moment, looking for new places for us to live, carrying phasers and looking for Romulans, and people like that, and Borg, keeping them out of the way of the Borg. Very dangerous. Simon says the virus has been around since February 2019. People may well have had symptoms of it a long while back. It wouldn't surprise me, Simon. Wouldn't surprise me. But there we are. It's one of those things. Right. Here's a question. Can you freeze milk? Now, I've often wondered that. I don't think I've ever frozen. Yes, I have. I have frozen milk. And I can tell you, you can freeze milk. You can freeze milk. But I think once you've unfrozen it, or it's become unfrozen, you've got to use it fairly quickly. In the Daily Mirror this morning, it says we're being urged not to panic buy, but when you can get milk, get it. This has left many people wondering if they can freeze some of the things that they have in the fridge already, especially after we've been asked to go to the supermarkets as little as possible. Now, I don't want to go to any shop. I really don't. Trying to get a delivery slot is another thing altogether. I'll come to that one in a moment. Let's just stick to this one for now. I bring this up because possibly Mick Davenport yesterday. I think Mick Davenport yesterday mentioned the fact that you can freeze baked beans. Now, I never knew that. I think it was Mick anyway. You can freeze baked beans. Someone said that yesterday. Well, the Daily Mirror says, in short, yes, you can freeze milk, but it's best used when cooking or making smoothies because the texture changes after freezing. It may go slushy, grainy, or have fat separation, but this can be fixed in a blender. I know mine goes with little icicles in it, but you put it in tea, it's perfectly all right. Perfectly all right to put that in tea. So if you're running low on milk, then that's the thing to do. I personally use soya milk. I use unsweetened soya milk, usually the supermarket's own brand one. The market leader for that one is Outpro, but about a year or so ago, they decided to put some taste in it, which made it taste absolutely vile. I don't know what they put in it, but the new improved version. No, it's not improved. It's blooming vile, the taste that they put in that. Whether or not it's still in there or not, I don't know. But it put me off buying that. The supermarket's own brand ones just remained as they were. And the soya milk, unsweetened soya milk, to me, it's the same as normal milk, perhaps with less taste. It says, make sure your milk goes in an airtight and freezer-safe container because the milk expands. Well, I have to say, I just put the plastic bottle in the freezer, and that seemed to work for me. It never cracked or anything like that, okay? It can be stored for up to 6 months, but it's advised to defrost it within first months of freezing, but this is just because it tastes better. It should be defrosted in the fridge to reduce the chance of bacterial growth. Take it out a couple of days before you want it out of the freezer. So that's good. The existing bacteria count in the milk may increase if the milk defrosts at room temperature for a prolonged time. So you're better off to do that like that. Healthline says, this is because the longer milk sits at room temperature, the more likely it is to have existing traces of harmful bacteria. And we're avoiding all illnesses at the moment. You don't want anything. Not just the virus. You honestly don't want to risk getting anything. Because anything that puts you in hospital, you do not want to go near hospital at the moment. Not if you can at all help it. Unless you absolutely have to go, avoid all hospitals and doctors and shops. You could also place the container in cold water if you have less time. Never hot or warm, but there is a slightly higher risk of bacterial growth in there. So do it in your fridge. All right? Do it in your fridge. So there we are. Yes, indeed. You can freeze milk. You can freeze milk, okay? Liz says get long life milk instead. Yeah, but it's got that taste, doesn't it, Liz? Long life, which actually isn't too bad. To be honest, it's not too bad. But I haven't been able to get soya milk or long life milk or anything. I'm quite prepared to go back to dairy for a while. If you can't get all the soya milk was gone. And I never see anyone except myself buying soya milk. I've never seen anyone else buying it. When you're standing there in Aldi or Sainsbury's or Waitrose, wherever you are, with your basket, and you're looking at it. No, do you ever look at what other people have got? I do. Always amuses me when you see some teenager in there with a basket full of shopping and he is carrying tampons. You're wondering what he's doing with them. Possibly TikTok videos. I don't know. TikTok video. I do like TikTok videos. Last night, I was in bed last night watching TikTok videos. 45 minutes. You suddenly look back at the clock and blimey, it's 2 o'clock. That's why I'm late this morning. Seriously. I didn't sleep well at all last night. I've been sleeping very well. The only thing I could put it down to is the fact that I didn't go out and do my walk yesterday. I wonder if it was that. Or the sort of buzz after we'd all finished playing along with the quiz night, you know. Might have been that as well, mightn't it? Yeah. Mandy says you can put it in ice cube bags. Oh, yeah, you could just get one out then, couldn't you? And put that in your tea like that, I suppose. Rowan's been using canned coconut milk for smoothies. I don't do smoothies. I don't really do smoothies. They're very tasty. Long life milk, we can't get that anywhere either, says Gavin. Day 2 is going to service the petrol mower. Oh, have you got petrol mower? My nephew fixes those. Yeah, my nephew Gary fixes those. He buys them broken, fixes them and sells them on. Very talented. It wasn't you said freezing about the baked beans. Oh, I can't remember who that was. Good morning to John Aitken. Morning, John. Morning to you. Your stuff will be your little thing will be posted today. When I go for my walk, I walk straight past the post box, so your stuff will be posted today. You and some stickers for Dr. Gregorian. So 2 lots of stuff going out today. All right. Just buy a cow. Just some of you have got one living with you. And I'm not saying you, Mandy. Not you. Not you. Before she sends out pain and suffering to me this morning. Yes. Right. So talking of milk and not being able to find the soya milk. As you know, I've been trying to do online shopping. I've registered with several people now. Asda. I meant to bring up Ocado and get in the queue. Just a moment. It's like a 4-hour queue. I'm going to try Ocado. Hang on a minute. Ocado. There's apparently like an online queue. I don't know how that works. Right, so I am now position 31,495 in the queue. Seriously, I've just logged on now. If you have a delivery booked, please wait in the queue to go through and edit your order. Well, I don't have a shopping basket, Ocado yet. I haven't got that yet, but apparently you log on to Ocado, it comes on, and you're now in a virtual queue. I am now 31,244th in the queue. Gosh. Your wait time will be more than 4 hours. We are sorry to disappoint anyone that chooses Ocado. The page will automatically refresh in 1 second. I'm now 31,132 in the queue. So I'll try that one. I haven't been able to get on that one yet, you see. So I'm on that one now. So we're in the Ocado queue. I've tried Asda. I've tried Amazon Fresh. I've tried Tesco's. Sainsbury's won't let you register. I think there's one other. And I cannot get a delivery slot. On 2 or 3 of them, I've got a shopping basket sitting there full of stuff, which now and again I have another look at it and add something else. You know how it is. A little bit like going around the shop, you get to I've forgotten something, you go back again. Well, I've gone back several times now, and I still cannot get a delivery slot. I thought I was doing something wrong, to be honest, because I'm new on this. I've never done home delivery before. But 2 of the papers this morning. First of all, the Daily Mail. Britain's online supermarket delivery system appears close to collapse. A Daily Mail survey found no delivery slots available. Oh, Morrison's, that's the other one. No delivery slots available from any of the mainstream stores to addresses across the UK. Families and the elderly could not place orders with the biggest store, Tesco's, Asda, Sainsbury's, Morrison's, Waitrose and Ocado. All said they had no delivery slots on their forward booking systems. Boris Johnson suggested this week that lockdown Britons should arrange food deliveries to cope with the home quarantine, which is what I'm trying to do. I've been trying since Sunday. I've been trying to do this since Sunday. But the evidence suggests this system is collapsing under the weight of demand. Before the coronavirus chaos, internet ordering and home deliveries only made up 7% of Britain's grocery markets. As a result, supermarkets do not have the drivers and vehicles to increase capacity significantly without major outside help from, example, the military. Ooh! Ooh! Huh. Maybe the army are going to come round and deliver my shopping. How fabulous is that? You open the door and there's this lad standing there, about 30 years old. Hello, mate. Bought your shopping. Swoon. Would you like to come in for a cup of tea? No, we're not allowed any contact. Oh, please. I'm begging of you. Oh, we might get the army coming round and delivering. How fantastic is that? Sainsbury's chief executive promised to prioritise the elderly and vulnerable for online orders and deliveries, and I'm not really one of those. As a result, it appears to be refusing to allow existing or new customers to place any orders. They wouldn't let me register, Sainsbury's. It says you can't register. Thousands of people went on social media to complain that they can't register for this service. Well, if they haven't got the people like to moan, don't they? Don't they moan all the time? They moan and just move on to something else. You know, although you won't get any delivery from anywhere. They haven't got the people. What do you want them to do? They can't suddenly magically produce lots of workers and vans. How could they do that? No delivery slots for 4 weeks, says one woman. Sainsbury's have always delivered to them, this particular couple, and have identified that they are vulnerable, but still no delivery slots. It's terrible. My mate, actually, he's been deliveries for ages. He's actually got 2 lined up. One at the beginning of April and one towards mid-April. He's got 2 lined up that he did ages ago, you see. If you've got your order in. But then again, one of my friends, DJ Chris, who you've seen singing many times at the karaoke, he's got an Iceland. He's with Iceland. Oh, the Iceland's another one I've registered with. I think I'm on about 6 now. Iceland, and he said his delivery arrived and half the stuff just wasn't there. You know, and he was like shouting off, as you can imagine. But on the other hand, you know, if they haven't got the stuff in, where can it come from? You haven't got it? That's it. Someone wrote, this is a serious problem. I'm in lockdown as a sole carrier for a 92-year-old. Supermarket home delivery service have just fallen over. Asda has no delivery slots on its forward booking system through to April the 14th. After which it does not offer any delivery slots. The same applied to Tesco until April the 13th. I'm going on there every few hours and checking again, but nothing's comes up. Waitro's website reported it as no slots. Customers logging onto Ocado were given a waiting time of 4 hours, which I've got now. I'm in the queue now, and I'm 30,000th and 85th in the queue at the moment. Wait time more than 4 hours. That's what it says there now. Terrible. Sainsbury's has apologised for delays. Morrison's recruiting 3,500 people for its online shopping and delivery service and is setting up a call centre to take orders from those who do not shop online, so you can do it over the phone as well. But no one can. Everyone's having these problems. I thought it was me. Susanna Reid, who you'll know off BBC Breakfast, ITV, breakfast television. She's talking about it as well. In this morning's Metro, that last story was from The Sun. This is in the Metro. Susanna Reid has made a heartfelt plea to supermarket workers while exposing her online shopping horror. The Good Morning Britain host video called into the programme while self-isolating and explained the struggle she was having trying to get an online delivery. Talking to Piers Morgan, she thanked those on the front line before detailing her attempt to get food delivered to her door. The presenter said she was unable to find an open slot on the Morrison's website and had no luck when turning to Tesco's either. She went on to Sainsbury's. She couldn't register there. She tried Ocado, to which she went on. Ocado put me in a virtual queue. She was in 8,634th position. Well, that's better than the one I'm in now. I'm on 29,803 position. God. Oh, dear. Plea then turned to the staff and government as the mum of 3 says, I know there is enough food for everyone. We just can't get hold of it. That's just how it is. So it isn't just me. I'm sure that one or two of you have been trying to order online, possibly for the first time, because I do quite like to go in a shop and walk around, except not at the moment. Not at the moment, you know. Rowan says, I haven't tried goat milk yet, but I've had goat milk trees and we'll try the goat milk. I haven't seen any goat. I've never seen goat milk. I've never seen goat milk. I'm considering buying a cow, as Mick says. Or Mandy Davenport, I get a chicken as well. Yeah, because you can't get any eggs either. Why can't you get any eggs? It's not like they're coming out in storage, are they? You know, they come every day, eggs. I mean, chickens have to lay their eggs, otherwise they explode. Have you ever seen an exploding chicken because she ain't been allowed to lay her eggs? Terrible mess, dear. Those poor chickens. They just sit there, they get fatter and fatter, and more eggs store up in their belly buttons. And if they're not allowed to lay them, bang they go. Egg everywhere. It's awful. The mess. I'm thinking especially of Claire here for some reason. I don't know why. I can imagine Claire's kitchen to be really big and posh and absolutely spotless. I bet Claire's kitchen is spotless. I bet it is, isn't it, Claire? John's had a lovely breakfast. Hope you enjoyed that, John. Rachel says there's not much difference in taste with the goat's milk. I've never had. I don't think I'd want that. I don't know why I wouldn't want goat's milk for some reason. Hello to Kevin and Arnold Ashburner. Morning. Hello, Chris. New Zealand is now officially in full lockdown quarantine, so no one moving around in New Zealand either. John, you're quite right. Don't get too excited. You'll have a funny turn, but it would be nice if a soldier rang the doorbell. You're standing there with a gun. He's got to have a gun, you know, like a rifle hanging round his back as well, please. Thank you very much. In fact, if I get through to Ocado, I will request that a soldier delivers my shopping. And while he's here, I don't mind making him a cup of tea. You know, it's no problem at all. A little bit of a sit down, maybe a little bit of a rest. I'll keep my distance. I won't go anywhere closer than 2 inches from his face. I promise you. I promise you. Or his hips. Let's have a look here. Channel and Jersey milk. You're right there, Fran. I've had Jersey milk from Jersey cows, and it's thick. It's lovely, that stuff. Really, really nice. Really, really nice. Adam, what's Adam saying there? Oh, just jumped past that. Sorry, Adam. You talked about the cookery show there, yeah. Cookery show. I've got nothing to cook. Got no ingredients, dear. You know, if we'd have known before this happened, we perhaps would have stocked up a little bit more. But most of us took the sort of advice and didn't go panic. But I didn't go panic buying. I bought a couple of extra bits here and there, I suppose. But I certainly didn't fill up my trolley with 200 toothpastes or something like that, you know. We'll see. Now, boys, this is your last chance to move in. Okay, we've had instructions from the government. Okay, I'm going to give this last opportunity for you to make me a decent offer. The story, again in the Metro this morning, couples who live separately should test the strength of their relationship and move in together or remain apart during the UK's COVID-19 shutdown, government officials have said. A Deputy Chief Medical Officer told the public to urgently make your choice and stick with it. So there you go. I need to know, this is your last opportunity now, boys. If you're sort of between the age of 30 and 45 and you'd like to try living with me, and believe me, it would be a nightmare. It really would. You probably at this time of the day, some of those lads there, they'd still want to be in bed because they're not allowed out or anything like that. They'd still be in bed. I'd be in here talking to my millions of adoring fans all over the world, boys and girls, and I might wake you up. But if you can put up with that, then this is your last opportunity to move in before I lock those doors for at least 4 months. Is there any offers at all? Please provide a picture of yourself, okay, in various different poses and various different outfits. I personally would prefer the grey tracksuit bottom look. Okay, something like that. If we can provide a picture for you, email me on the usual address with your picture and a little biography about yourself, and I will put you in my selection process. Okay, but you would need to move in within 2 days. Also, you'll need to go to the hospital and get tested for all sorts of things, most importantly, the coronavirus itself. And please send by post before you arrive, or delivery bike or something like that. Please send your certificate of I haven't got the coronavirus to this address, and I will check it and stamp it before you are invited into my boudoir. There you go. There you go. This is your last opportunity, boys. Start queuing now. Start queuing now, lads. Okay? Sean, I tried booking my wife's slot, but she said she's going to have a headache that night. Stop that now, Sean. Mick's got his pen already. Excellent, Mick. Well, that was Michael. That was posted on Monday. Michael. Today I'm posting stickers for Dr. Gregorian and something else. Fridge magnet for John Aitken. That'll be on its way this morning. All right. They don't collect from that particular post box until the morning, though. So that won't go until tomorrow morning now, probably. Okay. Stop that, Mick. How rude. Rachel loves condensed milk. It's years since I had that. Now, what brand is that? Carnation. Condensed milk. Wasn't it Lenny Henry used to go on about this condensed milk? I think my nan used to give it on something as well. Condensed on strawberries? Condensed milk on strawberries? Very tasty. Sweet, isn't it? Yeah, I quite like that. Good morning to Gary's British talk show. Good morning to you. Gary's trying to do a few little videos there. If you click on the 3 dots next to his name there, that'll take you to his page. Give him a little bit of support there as well. Okay. Rachel, give me a couple of months to get a sex change. You'll need an army uniform as well, please, Rachel. All right? Now, here's the heartwarming story that I've seen this morning. I am blown away with this. I saw this on the BBC Breakfast News as well this morning. And it's really touching. An army of more than tens of thousands of people. This is in The Sun this morning, The Sun's take on it. An army of more than 170,000 heroic British people have signed up overnight to join the NHS workers on the coronavirus front line after the government's call to arms. Come on. I saw this morning before I came on stream, and it really did bring a tear to my eye. What wonderful people there are out there. What wonderful people are. And they have to be brave as well. There's always a risk involved. Always. All these masks on. I mean, look at Prince Charles. Who would have thought he'd be testing positive for this? The future king of England. The future king of the country and the Commonwealth. The NHS boss said this morning he had been bowled over by the amazing response from the public to help fight the killer virus. That is just astounding, isn't it? And I bet some of those people will be little old ladies. You know the sort. Can't do enough good for people. My mum was one of those. Old ladies. Stephen Powis, NHS England medical director, told BBC Breakfast there had been outbreaks of altruism. I don't know what that is, altruism. Altruism. I've never heard of that word before. Altruism, and people wanting to help. He said overnight, 170,000 people have signed up. That's 3 a minute to help the NHS, he said. It's an absolutely astonishing response. This is a health emergency. We can all play a role in ensuring we can get on top of the virus and at the same time expand the capacity in the NHS. Last night, fit and healthy British people were urged to sign up to a 250,000 strong national help service. And they responded in huge numbers. Health Secretary Matt Hancock wants... Is he the bald bloke with the glasses? Is that Matt Hancock? Hang on, let me have a look. Can I just have a look at that? Matt... Is that the bloke? Let's have a look. Images. No, that's not him. No. Who's the bald bloke? He looks like he's come out of a horror film. He's all right, don't get me wrong. There's a bald bloke with glasses, and he comes on. He looks like he should be wearing like a leather cape and sort of cutting pieces off people. Do you know what I mean? Who is he? Which one is that? Anyway, it carries on. He wants volunteers to deliver medicine and supplies to 1.4 million vulnerable people who are isolating at home. That is just astounding. That is just absolutely astounding. It says the new army of 250,000 NHS helpers will supplement local groups. An app allows people to sign up and become an NHS volunteer responder. Presumably there'd be a little list of perhaps jobs that need to be done. And you would, I don't know how it works. You would, perhaps I'll have a little look myself, you know. I mean, I could go around and drive around, I suppose, with stuff and deliver it to people. I wouldn't mind doing that, you know, I suppose. The NHS Responders is a new set-up scheme so that people can come and help to make sure the NHS and local services that are needed and can get all the report, all the help that they can. So that is just fantastic, isn't it? So just amazing. Just amazing. You know, sometimes I do watch the news and you see the absolute scum that's out there. Scum. Absolute scum. People just ignoring and doing anything they want. You've seen, I'm sure, one or two pictures, videos of people doing stuff on the mobile phones where they video people in supermarkets screaming and shouting at the staff because they want to buy 5 of something and you're only allowed 3. Dreadful people. Absolutely ghastly people. You know, don't think of anyone else other than themselves. And then you get a story like that. Just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Fran, I shopped as I usually do, but now the shelves have been stripped. Hopefully they've spent all their money so I can buy what I need soon. Yeah, just if you can hang on for as long as possible, Fran. That's what I reckon. Eventually, they won't be able to put anything else in their little bedrooms, will they? You know, tin stacks and stacks of stuff all over the place. I'll tell you what I bought, Fran. I don't know if this is of use to you. I've ordered 3 catering-sized baked beans, which apparently are arriving on either tomorrow or Friday. You know, the big catering packs. I managed to find some of those on Amazon, not as part of like their general shopping stuff, as a part of the normal Amazon stuff where you'd order like a TV or something like that. They got catering packs of baked beans. Heinz ones, so you've got the top quality ones there, £12. £12 each. I've ordered 3 of those, and they should be arriving on Thursday or Friday, as I say. And as I was saying earlier on in the show today, someone said that you can actually freeze baked beans, which I didn't know that at all, that you can freeze baked beans. There you go, Gavin. Well done to all the NHS workers. I know Gavin has a lot of stuff to do with the NHS for his own personal problems and that. And indeed, you know, I have to go every 6 months. Although I think they're going to I have a feeling they're going to contact you, or we're going to my particular condition. I think I'll probably contact the hospital, and my guess is they're going to say, "How do you feel?" And I'll say, hopefully I'll say, "Well, no, I don't think I've got anything wrong. Okay, we'll send you your tablets." I think that's what's going to happen for me. Hopefully. Because that's the other worry, of course. You know, those of us with various medical conditions, and we've all got different things, you know, will your pills still come in? Will you still be able to get your pills? You know, this is the other worry. This is the other worry, isn't it? But best thing we can all do, literally, is sit at home. If you go out for a walk or something, just avoid everyone. Don't feel embarrassed, right? If you're walking along a path, there's someone coming towards you, you know, if you realise they're not going to move out of the way, get right over the other side as far as you can. Cross the road. Cross the road. I got a filthy look from someone the other day because I did such a thing. You know, she was on the path. I thought, you aren't going to move. She had a pram. And I literally left the path and I walked right over there on the other side of the grass. She looked at me filthy, she did. Filthy. No, I'm sorry. Do not be afraid to do that. Do it. You're going out there, just someone coming towards you. If they're not going to move out of the way, you move out of the way. Don't be one of those people, well, I ain't moving out of the way. This is my path. Because that could be deadly. Could be deadly. Could be deadly. John's applauding all the NHS people. I did see, yes, there's another one there. I've got another story for you here, boys and girls. Another story for you here. What a blooming idiot. There's actually 2. There's actually 2 I've seen. There's one of some complete and utter idiot, right? There's apparently, this is one of the things that stupid people do. I'm afraid to say most of them are quite young. They have these various challenges that they do. YouTube challenges, TikTok challenges, Instagram challenges, all these things, right? And one of them was the coronavirus challenge, right? So this challenge was that you go and lick a public toilet and video it. That was the challenge. I mean, how completely and utterly stupid must you be to do something like that? Whether there's I mean, it's not the only thing you catch off a toilet, could it? I cannot believe someone would do that. And guess what? He's now ill with the coronavirus. Now, he may well not have got that from the toilet, but nevertheless, he's now got it. What an idiot. To impress your friends. No, you're not impressing your friends. You're just stupid. Stupid and completely and totally irresponsible. Anyway, in the Daily Mirror this morning, there's another story on those lines. Another idiot. A coronavirus man who licked goods on a supermarket shelf. You may have seen the videos of this. A man who, this is in America incidentally, this one. A man who filmed himself licking items on a supermarket shelf and asking who's afraid of the coronavirus has been arrested on terror charges. Good. Bang him up. Bang him up. Police in Virginia, in the USA, arrested a man after a horrifying clip was spread around the globe. This idiot, who's 26, Cody his name, has been charged with making a terrorist threat following the incident in a Walmart store. Horrified viewers who saw the footage as far away as the UK and Netherlands made reports to the police. And Good Morning Britain host Piers Morgan called for the culprit to be locked up and refused medical help for deliberately trying to harm other people. Now, it doesn't say whether or not he had the coronavirus, but nevertheless, doesn't matter. Irrelevant. Irrelevant. This is somebody in America who went to a supermarket knowing the coronavirus is attacking everyone in the United States, and he did this and posted it online, he said on the ITV programme. What I would like to happen to him is I'd like him found, and I'm sure they will get him, said Piers. I'd put him in prison immediately. Absolutely. Absolutely. Anyway, they've got him. They've got him, I'm pleased to say, and he's been arrested. Good. Why? Oh, why would you do that? I don't get it. There was another bloke last week, wasn't there? Did you see that one? Took the lid off a tub, a large, a container thing of ice cream, 1 litre container. Took the lid off that, licked it, and put it back in the freezer. Why, oh why is that amusing? I do not get it. I just don't get it. Do you? Idiots. So, yes, Rowan, someone's licking the toilet for a challenge. Don't understand. Do not understand them. Right. Everyone's worried about their pills. I understand. Oh, Mick, they've set fire to Iceland vans and Asda vans in Bristol and Weston-super-Mare. Why would you do it? I don't get it. I don't understand people. I really don't. I really don't. And then you get those sort of stories, and that one I've just told you about with 170,000 people. I think all the police should have tasers, actually. Some of these nasty, awful people need a blooming good electric shock through their body, or more. Or more. I wouldn't have any problem seeing that on the telly. Usually it wouldn't happen here. Wouldn't happen here because of the liberal leftists here. Oh no, you can't do something like that. You must talk to them and understand what's wrong. No, shoot them, dear. Shoot them. That's what they do in the States. They'd shoot you. Be shot, or electric chair, something like that. Someone who's done something like that, shove them in an electric chair, push the button. I wouldn't have a problem with that. No. All those people's lives you put at risk because of your stupidity. Ridiculous. Alan says there was another guy on the YouTube. He said he wasn't afraid and he picked a toilet. He's in hospital now with virus. That's the one I was saying about, Alan. Awful. There are some very nasty people out there, John Aitken. You're absolutely right. Fran says there's more germs on the door than the toilet. Well, if you bleach the toilet regularly, you're probably absolutely right with that, Fran. They say there's more germs on your mobile phone than there is in a toilet, don't they? There probably is. I mean, this thing is alive, dear. Look. You know, I put this on the floor some time ago. It's actually moved where it's alive with bacteria. Do you want more streaming to pay out for? Yes, there's a new streaming service which started yesterday, boys and girls. Something else for you to pay out for. Well, I won't be. I've got Netflix. That's the only extra TV I've got. Netflix. That's all I've got. I do have Amazon Prime, but I didn't. That kind of comes in with the free delivery, so I don't include that as sort of an extra that I'm paying for, if you see what I mean, because it's in. So the only extra TV I've got is Netflix. I'm only going to have one. Christ, you could be playing out 56. If you've especially got Sky, Sky is so expensive. Disney Plus is now out in the UK in the Sun this morning. All of the TV shows and movies available on the app have now been revealed. It's the big reveal. The Netflix rival service serves up top telly from beloved brands like Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, National Geographic Channel, and The Simpsons. Oh, Meghan Markle, she's been offered a job, I think, voicing over one of the Simpsons characters. Good old Megan. Good luck to her. Good luck to her. She's going out and looking for a job. Good luck to her. Disney Plus is a brand new streaming service designed to take on Netflix, Amazon Prime, Apple TV, and others. It's helmed by Disney, as the name suggests, and features an expansive back catalogue of the company's beloved content. The app's already out, but now you can get it on like a telly app and stuff like that. It's going to cost you £5.99 a month if you want to subscribe to that one, which, just a minute, which I suppose isn't too bad. £5.99 a month doesn't sound too bad, but you see, it's when you add them all up, £5.99 a month, £9.99 if you've got the decent Netflix, £5.99 for BritBox. Well, that's £22 a month. We carry on adding, shall we? Sky, if you've got the full Sky package, what's that, £100 a month, something like that? I can't believe some of you pay £100 a month for TV. It's just beyond me. I know you get, I think you get the stuff thrown in with it though as well, don't you? Like broadband and telephone and all that business. But £100 a month, Jesus. My broadband is £24 a month, and that's only because I threatened to leave them. The broadband I got should be about £40 a month. It's 24. It's 24 because I came to the end of my contract, and I had actually booked someone else to come round. Vodafone, actually, Vodafone Broadband. I'd booked them to come round and do it. And then 2 days after the contract run out and I'd left, they rung up. We'd like you to stay with us. Can you tell us what you've been offered? Da-da. Okay, we'll match that straight away, like that. Save myself £15 a month. Thank you very much. Ding! If you sign up to Disney Plus before the launch date, then £10 is shaved off the annual price. The annual subscription is $59.99. But it's launched now, so it's going to be, yeah. Yeah, it started now, so it's going to be $59.99 if you pay for the year, which I suppose isn't too bad. But like I say, you start adding them all together. £10 for this, £10 for that. And so before you know where you are, you're paying out £200 a month for all this stuff, don't you? You know, it's very, very expensive, very expensive. So there we are, Disney Plus out now. Will anyone be getting that? BritBox as well, that BritBox. Now, I got a bit of a problem with BritBox, I have to tell you that, because half that content is the BBC. Excellent programmes on there. But I've already paid for it with my licence. Why am I paying again for that? No, absolutely not. So I absolutely won't be getting BritBox. I gather the BritBox, which is the collaboration with the BBC and ITV, the actual take-up after people have done the free trial is extremely low. It's something like 3%. It's really low. So I can't see that working somehow, but we don't know. They're in it for the long haul, so perhaps in a year's time we might see more people watching that. But it just... You know, you just can't sign up to all these things. It's madness. Alan Wainwright on Good Morning Britain. In the north, an intensive care nurse was interviewed saying that they are being asked to share masks. What? How can you share a mask? Madness. Michael, you pay for Sky One, all packages like football. Yeah, well, it's the sports that seems to cost the high whack of costs, isn't it? You know, that's all the greedy footballers and all that. ridiculous sums of money. £100,000 to play a game and all that sort of absolutely ridiculous. That's why you're paying for it, but you will continue paying for it until you stop paying for it, if you see what I mean. You know, no one is forced to buy football. And until people say, no, that's too expensive now, those prices will never come down. And people will keep paying it out, paying it out and paying it out. The only way you get those prices to come down is if you was to stop buying it. And then they say, oh, hang on a minute, we must be charging too much. Let's reduce it. That's the only time that will ever come down. But people won't. They're like sheep. They carry on paying it. I'll pay it. That's it. Mick was paying £66.50 a month, but it's now gone up to £70.45 for the basic Sky package. Get rid of it, Mick. Surely you can't need it. Even if you have no pay telly at all. There's hundreds of channels on Freeview or FreeSat. They are two very similar services, but there are different channels on both of them. FreeSat and Freeview, you buy your equipment, that's it. No fee. No fee. Wonderful. I had Sky years. I had all the channels except the sport. I didn't know. I was never any interested in watching sports channels on the telly, but I certainly had all the film channels and all that business. And I realised I just wasn't watching it. I worked out one year that I'd watched 3 films, which worked out to about 30 quid per film. And I thought, this is just a waste of time. So I don't do that. Rachel might get the Disney thing, cancel the kids package on Now TV and swap to Disney. Your children will probably prefer... You have to ask them, wouldn't you, Rach? You'd have to ask them, would they like to try the other one? But if that's cheaper, then a good way to save a bit of money. And let's be honest, we've all got to save the pennies now. There's not so much coming in. I found out that my rental cover for the properties, because I'm a landlord, I've got a couple of places. My landlord cover will not cover pandemics. So if someone doesn't pay the rent, it won't come to me. And then I still have to pay mortgages, you see. That's the way it works. Alan, what's on BritBox is a mix of iPlayer and ITV Hub, both of which are available without subscription. Yeah, there must be stuff on there that isn't on those, though. There's got to be, otherwise they couldn't make it work. There must be like a massive back catalogue of stuff on those two services, isn't there? I believe Gavin and Stacey are coming back. I saw a story of that this morning, although I didn't bring it up to read out to you. Mark's back. Hello, Mark. Well, well done, dear. We're still here, dear. Hour and a half later, chatting away to ourselves. Tom Hiddleston might make it worth the price for Disney. Oh, you could be right there. Tom Hiddleston. Hang on, is that the bloke I think it is? Hang on, let me have a look. Let me just have a look. Tom, is it the bloke I think? Let's have a look. Tom, is that him? Oh, yes. Yes, Tom Hiddleston. What was that thing he did? Was really popular, where he was... He was working in a hotel and he got involved with a customer. It was an excellent TV series because we all thought he was going to be the next James Bond, didn't we? Tom Hiddleston, what a brilliant actor. That was an excellent TV series and very, very pleasing on the eye. A little bit like myself, let's be honest. You know, you're sitting there watching me. I'm quite pleasing on the eye, aren't I? Probably. Rowan's about to throw himself at me now, Rowan. You'll have to send your CV first, Rowan, so I can have a look at that, please, all right? Rachel, they prefer Disney, as they've already mentioned about Disney Plus a few times. Is it any cheaper, as a matter of interest, if you cut that one out of Sky, or would you cut Sky altogether? What are you paying for Sky, as a matter of interest? And if you just, or can you just cut off the children's bit? I don't know how it works. I don't know how, can you just cut off the children's bit and have... the rest of the Sky you want, or would you come out of the Sky altogether? Have you ever tried to cancel Sky? Oh, dear me. I did it years ago, about 15 years ago now. They don't want you to go, dear. First of all, they'll offer you a reduced price. They'll offer you a reduced price, you know. It's very, very difficult to leave some of these people. The 3 telephone company is the same. Sean only has Freeview and Amazon Prime just to get the free next day delivery. Yeah, that's why I got that as well, Sean. I didn't get it for the TV. That being said, Picard is on Amazon Prime, so I'm really pleased I've got it, although I think we've got the last episode of that on Friday, haven't we? The Night Manager, thank you, Rowan. What an excellent TV series that was. Excellent. Really, really good. When the BBC do this stuff, they do it really well. I've got to say, there's another excellent series at the moment, which is now on Sunday nights on BBC One Colour. Oh, God. It's the bloke with Line of Duty. We mentioned it the other day. The Nest. The Nest. That's really good. First episode now on the BBC iPlayer, and that is really good. It's about this bloke. We mentioned it, I think, yesterday, about this bloke and his wife. They want to have a baby. They can't have a baby for some reason, so she's got frozen eggs, and they've tried several different things. They've tried someone being a surrogate mother. It didn't work. She's got one egg left, and they've bumped into this not homeless girl, this girl who's been through the system, so to speak. I think possibly abused as a child and all that business. She's now 18. They've bumped into her. She wants to do it for them. It's really good. Really good. So do give that a go. The Nest on BBC One Colour Sunday nights, or on the iPlayer Programme 1 on there. They haven't put them all on there. Sometimes they put them all on there, but they haven't. And I quite like it when they don't. I always say, you know, when you binge watch something, I think you miss something. There's something missing when I binge watch, and you get to the end of it, you know, in a day, and think, oh, there's no more of that left now. You've had it all. A little bit like people who give out Christmas gifts before Christmas. Then Christmas comes. Where's my present? Well, you had it 2 weeks ago. Oh, you missed something. You really do miss something there. You can cancel Sky Online. Oh, can you, Mick? I didn't know that. Didn't know that. Rachel pays $11.99 a month for movies. It's not bad, is it, Rachel? If you watch a lot of movies. So is that... So you just... Oh, now... Oh, you said Now TV, didn't you? I beg your pardon. So you've got... You got that little box thing, have you? Have you got that little box thing? I think my nephew's... Yeah, my nephew's got one. The younger nephew, which I gave him, actually. I had it. Why have I got... I think someone was giving them out free of charge at one point. I'm sure some... Or they were like 10 quid for this little... And it's only a little box like that, isn't it? Now box. And he got it for the football, because he's a massive football fan, my nephew Jimmy. Chelsea and Lincoln City he supports. Those two. Lincoln City is his local one, and one of the big ones as well. He supports those two. And he got this box. I think he pays so much a month for that. 11, I'll be honest. So you just pay for those two things. You don't have to have like a Sky package of all these other channels that, let's be honest, no one ever blooming watches. So it's 12. You see, £12 a month. If I went to the cinema, you can't do that at the moment, can you? All the cinemas are closed. If I went to the cinema, it would cost me £11.50 during the daytime. You know, if you went weekday time, which you can't do at the moment because it's all closed, it's about £11.50. So £12 a month to Now TV, which is, of course, Sky. Do you know, that doesn't sound too bad to me? And if you could choose that as your one subscription service, couldn't you? Netflix is about £12. I'll be honest, I've watched a few Netflix films sometimes and I can't get into them. They kind of don't do it sometimes for me. But that being said, other ones do. You may remember I mentioned one last week that I watched called The Platform. Now that is dubbed. It's dubbed. I think it's possibly Spanish or something like that. But it's dubbed. But it's done very well. And you'd enjoy that, I think, if you like a bit of sort of unusual stuff. I did explain to you what it was. Can I just tell you again? Basically, it's this building and it's got all these different levels, okay? And 2 people are on each level, starting at 1 and going sort of down to about 300. At level 1, they get this massive platform of food and you can eat from it. And then you get so long to eat from it and it drops down to level 2. They have what's left over. Then level 3 and level 4 and level 5. And it's about how the people cope with this. Of course, if you're down at level 200, not a lot left for you, mate. It's really good. Do give that one a go on Netflix, The Platform. Okay, so £12 a month doesn't sound too bad to me, Rachel. But I think, as indeed you've done, you need to choose the service that you want, whether it be Netflix or the Disney or the Sky or the Amazon. See, I don't include Amazon in it because it's part of their one-day delivery thing and getting priority, isn't it? So I don't really include the Amazon. But choose the one that you want and just stick with that. You start signing up to all of them. Lots of money. Yes, indeed. Hello to... Have I not said hello to the silent viewers this morning? I'm sorry, gang. I know you're there, darlings. All right. Hello to the silent viewers this morning. Nice to have you here. Blackmail is coming to the Sunday Nest. Oh, I can see that coming. I can see that coming. Don't worry about that. It was a little bit too graphic for me when they showed her the procedure, and she's sitting there on that doctor's thing with her legs wide open, that pipe thing going into her to put the egg in. Oh dear, didn't do it for me, that part of the show, I'm afraid. Yeah, Rachel, no package or dish, you just got the little box. Yeah, same thing as me nephew's got there. Don Sky Movies on Demand are showing movies that are still in the cinema. So you can do that as well. That would be on the Now TV, would it? Do you know, I think isn't that an app as well that you can get on your telly? Or some tellies. I've got a lovely telly downstairs, 65-inch I've had for about a year and a half now. LG. Wasn't that expensive? Not like expensive as they were 2 years ago. It would have like £5,000. Nowhere near that. Not even £1,000. I didn't even pay £1,000 for that. Really. A lovely TV I got downstairs. And I think, or someone will tell me on there, I believe you can get the Now TV as an app, can't you? So you just put it on your TV and then I suppose you just select the cinema movie that you want and you pay for that up for, what is that, about £4 to watch a film? That's okay, isn't it? £4, choose a film, something like that. I'd be happy to do that. One thing, I haven't seen The Lion King yet, the live version of The Lion King. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that. Virgin Media I don't have. I don't have a Virgin Media box. I'm Virgin Media broadband, but that's it. I don't have any other Virgin Media here. No phone, nothing. Just the broadband. £24 a month. I'm happy with that. What's that? £6 a week? £6 a week to sit here talking crap. That's what we do, my love. That's what we do. Rachel's got the Amazon for one-day delivery. Yeah, the kind of the TV stuff on there is just a sideline, isn't it? Although you can rent movies on the Amazon Prime as well, can't you? I forgot about that. Yeah, and in fact, I do believe I've seen... Oh, have I seen The Lion King on there? Or I might have seen that on the Apple thing. I've got a little Apple TV thing in my bedroom, but I'm not actually subscribed to Apple TV. You know, I just use that kind of stream stuff. I can connect my phone to it. So if I want to watch something YouTube just in the bedroom, I can bring it up on the phone. Like I don't know, like videos of. I like to watch camera reviews and things like that. Electric train sets going around. I love all that. Watching that on YouTube. People are, just amateur people like myself are in a room or something and they film their train set going around. I put that sort of thing on, and that goes from my phone onto the little Apple thing. And then onto the telly in the bedroom. The movies range from 99p to 12. Oh, I wouldn't pay $12.99 for a movie. Might as well go to the blooming cinema. Well, you can't. It's closed. Why would you want a 65-inch TV so I can see it with my failing eyesight, Mick? No, haven't seen The Lion King yet, Rachel. I really want to see that film as well. Right, let's have a look here. I think, what's the time? Oh, my God. Is it 10 to 12? I feel like I've only been sitting here for 3 minutes. It probably feels a lot longer to you, does it? Let's do today's raffle tickets, gang. It's raffle ticket time here on United Kingdom Talk. Our next raffle is on Monday morning. Monday morning at sometime between 10 and 11 o'clock, okay, is the raffle. So let's get that. My guess is Jason Hughes will already have emailed in. Let me see. So I shall give you the first one, Jason, if you have. No, he hasn't done it yet. He hasn't done it yet, unfortunately. Excuse me. One moment. Bum. Right, that's that. No, he hasn't done it yet. Very disappointing, right? Just Jason, quickly now, email in for your raffle ticket. Who wants a raffle ticket for Monday's raffle? Here we go. Good morning to Grandad's Workshop. Good morning, Grandad. Welcome to the show, sir. Mick's got free Amazon Fire Sticks. I don't know what that is, Cody. I know that I've heard of it. It's a download film thing. I don't know what that is. probably very illegal, Mick. Fancy coming on here and saying something like that. You never know who's watching this, dear. You shouldn't do that. There you are, Jason Hughes. I knew he'd write in. 155 for Jason Hughes. There you go, Jason. As always, gang, if you're a silent viewer and you want a raffle ticket, just email me in there, okay? And I'll sort that out for you, my sweethearts, okay? Claire is 156. Claire, was I right about your kitchen? Have you got a big kitchen? It's really clean and tidy and spotless. I bet your kitchen's like that. Do tell me, Claire. I'm being nosy now, darling. Nosy. Michael Pullman is 157. Thank you, Michael. Michael Pullman. John Aiken watched Downton Abbey last week. Brilliant. I saw that. And it's sad when the old lady says she's not going to be with us much longer. Oh, that was sad, that. Maggie Smith. I love her. I love her. Thank you, Michael. Michael Pullman there. Michael Lawrence. 158 for Michael. Are you working at the moment, Michael? Because you're Waitrose, aren't you? Are you working at the moment? Can you get me on the Waitrose delivery, please? Have you got secret information that will get me through to the front of the queue? Let me just check where I am now in the Ocado virtual queue. I am now 18,442 in the Ocado queue at the moment. I love it. I love it. You couldn't make it out, could you really, what's going on here? Michael Lawrence, let's have a look. Michael Lawrence. Fran Green, 159. Thank you, Fran. Tony King, 160. Right, lovely Rachel, 161. Diane Jebb, 162. Russ Herndon, 163. Oh, Ross, isn't it? Ross. 163. Just scrolling up there. Colin Coates, 164. Oh, one of the other things I was going to tell you today. Mick Davenport, 165. Let's just do Mix and Heidi, 166. Sorry, no, not 166. I got the tickets in the wrong order. There it is. 166 for lovely Heidi. I was just going to say to you, gang, I don't know about you, but I seem to be getting an awful lot. I guess it's just people sitting there bored at home, I would imagine. But I'm getting a lot of messages through and emails of various pictures and videos that are kind of being passed around all the time. I find it very difficult to keep up with all this stuff, to be honest. And I have sent a couple of people, one or two of you might be here actually, I can't remember now. I've sent a couple of people kindly requesting that you don't send the stuff because it kind of clogs up my inbox while I'm trying to deal with other stuff. People asking for raffle tickets or people wanting a bit of help with something, this, that or the other. So I've just sent I hope it comes across as a bit of a nice message. You know the endless cut and paste. I call them the cut and paste brigade. The cut and paste brigade. And they pass on all these messages, pass on a hug or pass on this flower or please support this charity or do this or do that. The little messages I've been replying with is, please send no more of these cut and paste things, please, lovey. Thanks. That's all I send. Just a little message like that. I don't want it to be interpreted any other way, like I don't want anything to do with you. That's incorrect. It's just that there seems to be more and more of these people passing this stuff on, and it's just impossible to deal with it all. And eventually, after they send 4 or 5, they usually, why aren't you replying to my messages? Well, you haven't sent a message. You just copied and pasted something and sent it on. And I find them time consuming when they don't have to be, So perhaps as just a suggestion for you, if you're getting it from people, just send them a nice message, not aggressive, just a little nice request, something like, please don't send any more of these cut and paste things, please, thank you. And then they'll probably reply with a thumbs up or something like that, and then reply back to them again, thanks for understanding, something like that. Doesn't need to be nasty. You know, I've seen some nasty messages on the Facebook. If you send this, I will unfriend you. You don't need to do anything like that. Just a nice little message, and I think they kind of take the hint, and I hope if any of you I've sent that to, I'm sure there's 1 or 2 of you there, then I'm sure you understand, okay? I'm sure it's the same for other people as well. Right, Heidi, let's just scroll up a bit there, my loves. Mandy Davenport, 167. Marilo 168. Is that everyone? Oh, Michael's not working today. So you are working at the moment, are you, Michael? Just not today, if you see what I mean. Thank you, Sean. 169 for Sean. Where's Michael, the other Michael today? He's not here today, is he? Rachel's due back at work next week. She's worried. Well, difficult for people. Very, very difficult people. Claire is not a great housekeeper. My kitchen is a country cottage style. Oh, it's ERC. See, posh. Country cottage style kitchen. Have you got one of those? No, Claire has. Claire has got a country cottage style. I knew it. I knew it, Claire. I knew it. I can just smell poshness whenever you're around, my darling. I can. Oh, Claire. By the way, are you okay? Because I know you had that incident a few days ago of someone sneezing in your face in the blooming supermarket. How awful. I mean, it's just awful at the best of times, isn't it? Claire, she was standing in the queue at, I can't remember where she was. Must have been Waitrose, dear. Wouldn't have been Aldi. Claire was standing in a supermarket. And unfortunately, the cashier sneezed and wasn't able to catch it in time, I don't think. Very frightening. Claire, my kitchen is country cottage style, but my partner does most of the cooking. The whole place could do with a deep clean. Well, don't get anyone in to do it now, Claire. Don't get anyone to do it now. Right, there we are. Is that everyone? Okay, I think I've done all the raffle tickets. If I've missed you out, please speak now, and I will correct that. All right, my darlings. Meantime, let's do today's birthdays. We've only got 5 today. Our lovely Mark Bowles. We've already sung to him once on the show today. Happy birthday to you, Mark Bowles. Big happy birthday to you today. Bob. Good morning, Bob. 29 years old today. Happy birthday to Bob. We've got Janaka. Janaka is 33 years old today. He's a lovely fella. I haven't seen him for some years. He used to come along to the karaoke at Belushi's in London Bridge. One of my favourite jobs in my whole career was Belushi's in London Bridge. It's his birthday today. 33 years old today. Happy birthday, Janaka. Is that your little baby there you're carrying there as well? Lovely. It's wonderful to see people where I've been perhaps DJing or karaokeing somewhere 10 years ago when they were like young girls or young boys, 18, 19, 10 years on, there they are with their own little family. It's just so wonderful to see that. So wonderful to see that. Don Stevens, happy birthday to Don Stevens. And Jeremy Beckersway today is 38 years old. So happy birthday to each and every one of you on this Wednesday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Twice, coronavirus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. All right, fellas and girls, some more raffle tickets coming out there. Shania Steele, 170. John Aitken, 171. And Simon Steele, 172. Anyone else? Lots of people wishing people happy birthday there. Oh, it's his other half's birthday. John's other half's birthday today is 54 years old today. So happy birthday to John's other half. He didn't put your name there. Paul, there it is. Paul, beg your pardon, I didn't see that. Paul is 54 years old today. Happy birthday to you, Paul. All those people wishing people happy birthday there. Always kind of you to do that, boys and girls. Michael has kept his personal cleaner at this point in time. So many people have lost their jobs. Just to keep them employed is my main goal, which is absolutely credible to you, Michael. Absolutely credible. But you see, what if they accidentally bring in the virus? I'm sure no one would do it. Well, I say that. You know, you've seen these people that we talked about today on the internet doing their various dodgy dealings and licking people's ice cream and that sort of thing. Dreadful. Alan Wainwright, there we are. 173 for Alan Wainwright. I've got one more story for you today, boys and girls. One more story for you today. These people that grow drugs, they rent properties. They rent properties from people, right? And then they do stuff to the house so that they can grow drugs with electric lights and things like that. I've seen them on the telly before. In the Sun today, debris is strewn across gardens after a man trying to make cannabis oil caused a huge explosion. Dear me. Fire ripped through a block of flats, with one neighbour leaping 12 foot onto a trampoline to escape. This bloke, James, 36, James Toogood, used butane gas to manufacture. I don't know how this works, really. I've seen on the telly stuff being grown in like baths and things like that. But he was manufacturing oil, so I don't know how you do this. At the Bristol property, well, he used butane gas to manufacture oil at the Bristol property. So you might probably Mick will know this person because Mick seems to know all the dodgy people. Mick Davenport, who's already admitted to using Kodo or Kodai or whatever it's called. They found dozens of canisters found at the scene. The blast last February caused around £260,000 worth of damage to 4 flats. He was jailed on Monday for 8.5 years after he was found guilty of arson where life was endangered. He'd admitted to production of a Class B drug at Bristol Crown Court. So he's been banged up. He blew the flats out. They said it's only through luck that his dangerous activity didn't cause a fatality. A substantial amount of damage was done to the property, and the shocking photographs in the immediate aftermath are a testament of how serious an incident it was. So they banged him up, and good as well. So if you see anyone doing any, pick up the phone, ring the police, although they're very busy at the moment. There you go. Yeah, I'm Mick, just down the road from me. See, he knows them. He knows them already, dear. All right. Finally on the show, I'm just going to give you one further update on my position in the queue for Ocado. Interestingly enough, it hasn't asked me to sort of... I haven't registered with Ocado. So I don't know why I'm in a virtual queue, but there we are. I'm now position 14,892nd in the queue. Well, that's come down a lot, hasn't it? That seems to have come down an awful lot. Hang on, we're refreshing in 8 seconds. Let's see how far up the queue I move. He blew the house to bits, Timmy. Here we go. I'm now 14,804th in the queue for Ocado. Excellent news. Not long now. I have no idea what happens when you get to the end of the queue. Because I'm registered. I'm registered with Ocado. You can't do anything until you get to the front of the queue. Never mind, we'll see what happens. I will keep you fully informed on the next show, which will be tomorrow morning. Thank you very much for joining us on the show on this Wednesday. Another beautiful day out there. Shortly, I'll go out for a nice long walk over the forest, avoiding people. I've got a couple of the letters to post as well. All right, have a lovely, lovely day. Thanks for watching and listening to the show again, and I'll see you sometime tomorrow morning. Cheerio now, boys and girls.